Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents, we've come to the close of an evening, and I'm about to continue to step my game up. We're going to turn it to the side so you guys get the full screen. See what time it is? I've been going for hours today, and I had a young lady call me this afternoon, and she was telling me about how other people talk about me in the negative on other channels and how she was trying to defend me. Told her, don't you dare. Let them idiots talk about me. Let them go ahead and say all the negative things about me, and then listen to them as to how they're taking the information I provide and they're using it. Now, for those who are stupid enough to sit up here and judge me and talk about me behind my back and not use the information, I'm not going to his channel. Okay. I'm sorry. That hurts me so much. I think I'm going to go cry for the rest of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care whether people listen to me or don't listen to me. You see, I don't advertise. I don't tell people subscribe, like, hit like. It really helps my channel. I could give a excuse me. Whew. Something, wanted to come out and I couldn't say it because I'm prohibited from saying that, but you know what I'm saying? So I don't care if the so-called wannabes, the YouTubers who claim they got platforms and all of that stuff and that they are a YouTube disseminator. I don't care if they give me accolades or props or any other thing like that. I could give Tupac, where you at? Okay, because he said it better than I ever could. Okay, what do you say about Mob Deep? Okay, so I didn't say nothing about Mob Deep. I said what Tupac said about Mob Deep. Okay, that's how we ride on our enemies. That's the one I'm talking about. That introduction. Okay, this is what it sounds like. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you guys hear people talking about me, consider it an honor, a badge of honor. See, I'm glad I'm worthy to be talked about by them because they don't have anything to do better but then to talk about me. They're not talking about the information. Go ahead and go back and listen and see. They don't talk about the information I provide, not from day one. They don't talk about the fact that all of these other YouTubers come listen to my videos and they get all kind of ideas and they're starting businesses and they're helping people and they're starting their own YouTube channel. They don't give me any credit when they do so, but hey, it's okay. People are having consults with me, getting information from me, and then taking that information and improving upon their so-called programs and then starting their own thing. I encourage that, people. I'm not saying nothing negative about that. I hope that you guys take the information and start your own company. Man, I'm constantly trying to help people start their own company. I'm constantly telling people to do that. Even in the class that we have for trading, I'm helping people to come to understand that's what they should do. As a matter of fact, come to think about it, on Monday for the advanced room called the Launchpad, that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to put together another company. That's right. That's because that's what I do, people. As a matter of fact, I got to figure out, I either going to put together another company or give it to one of our other companies that we've already put together. I think I'm going to put together another company. Yeah, I have no choice. I'm going to put together another company. See, look, we told everybody we're in a trust series. Okay, what is a trust? We're going to talk about a trust. We're going to talk about setting up the master trust, the micro trust, and the corporation. Now, we're not going to tell you how to do it because that's company business. The company is doing that. Other people are going to try to do it. And hey, knock yourself out. You won't be doing it the way we're doing it because everything we're doing is not on paper. You will never, ever see our master trust. We're going to encourage people to create their own master trust. You'll never see ours. Our master trust is never made public to anybody. Part of the rules. One second. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm cooking scrambled eggs in a pot. because it's that much scrambled eggs. And, well, the skillet I'm using for something else, but I do it all the time. Cook it in a pot that doesn't have none of those chemical compounds in it, nonstick. And I had to go and stir it a little bit. But let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. We started this out by saying how people love to talk about me. Now, many of you don't get to hear the comments because you don't watch their channels and you don't look at the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep the comments off not because I don't want to hear the negative. I keep the comments off because people don't know how to stick to the subject. Okay, there's enough of me not sticking to the subject. Why would I want to condone a bunch of morons not doing the same thing? Why you got to call them morons? Well, what would you prefer I call them? Idiots? Okay, well then, why would I encourage a bunch of idiots to do the same thing? Yeah, that actually sounds better. Thank you. No problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to give you guys the information that's coming from a source. It ain't coming from me. Ladies and gentlemen, many of the stuff I've never studied. Ever. Never, ever researched. I just know it. Now, if you doubt me, go and take what I've told you on any video, take it and test it out and see. Now, I'm already showing you that it exists, so go and prove me wrong. And none of these idiots, hey, that does sound better, can ever challenge anything that I say. Go ahead. I tell you guys about the Usage Act and been telling you about that for years. Jane Elkins, okay, that worked for housing urban development. He understood. He got it, and he was the attorney for the so-called HUD of the FDA. He was their lead attorney. Called me, and I recorded him. Yeah, I know he didn't actually deserve it, but he did deserve it. Why? Because he was perpetrating this fraud on people. And the moment I told him about that one law, they took it down. You couldn't even find it. You had to search all over the internet for that one law. They removed it from their site. What? 7 CFR 1901.508 at II, where it talks about endorsements. INII, sorry. Talks about endorsement and sending it to the so-called director finance office. When he found out that that was on the internet, he went and made sure that that wasn't up there anymore. So no, I don't mind recording that idiot. He's not there no more. He retired. I wonder why. All those people sending all that paperwork and that video being on the internet, recording his voice. You know, yes, I embarrassed him. Ladies and gentlemen, to put everything in a nutshell, if you're interested in information, this is where you need to come. If you're not interested in information, if you're interested in gossip, then take it someplace else. This ain't where you need to be. There is not going to be any gossip here. You notice I don't talk about anybody other than to give them credit. You don't hear me putting down any YouTuber, and I never will. I will never chastise any YouTuber. Why? Because if they're putting out information, even if it's the wrong information, he just had that boy's name and I just lost it again. Ben Lowry. That was the name that I couldn't think of. Somebody sent me an email saying that, it was Ben Lowry. But yes, Ben Lowry, everybody. He was the one who was trying. And I kept giving him props. Those of you who've been listening to me for years, you notice I talked about Ben Lowry and always promoted Ben Lowry because he was trying. I'm not going to ever put down someone who's trying to help someone else. And Ben Lowry wasn't charging anybody. So, of course, I'm going to give that young man his credit. But he ended up being diagnosed with cancer, and he stopped doing YouTubes. I don't know if that was the reason for him to stop doing YouTube, but he is in remission the last time I checked. And Ben Lowry, the last time I checked, was doing pretty good. So, Ben Lowry, a lot of respect for that British young man. But I'll always give people their props for helping other people. I told you, my mission is to help people. I got people talking about I'm a fraud, I'm a scam, that I've taken people's money. I haven't taken anybody's money. Go ahead. I'll show you my bank account. I don't take people's money. That's not what I do here. But that's the first thing they say. Why? Because they don't have anything else to say. They don't have any proof. They cannot bring one person. I have people who paid for consults, but they wanted a question and back and forth. That's not a consult, people. And I let them know that and they get mad. Well, not my fault that you don't understand what a consultation is. You're confusing a consultation with a conversation. Two different words starting with the letter C, but not the same word. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get back to the mix. So, ladies and gentlemen, I I do my vegetable mix, rice, fried rice, and then I add the vegetables and the shrimp and things like that, and then I add my little sauces. But I haven't been using eggs lately, so I decided put your eggs in there, and now my eggs are in there. So I'm about to go enjoy myself, like the Jackson said. But I was doing this video because the young lady who called earlier today, when she told me that other people are talking about me, there's a particular channel with a young man who, on his channel, he saw people talking about me. And he actually came and straightened them out. I mean, he literally checked them. And for doing that, I have a lot of respect for him. And his name is Yusuf L. Okay? I don't care how any of you feel about Yusuf L. Yusuf L did that and he didn't have to. He showed me respect, even though we had a tit for tat previously in the past. And we let it go. And when he did that, he showed me that he was more than honorable. So I will always give Mr. Yusuf L his respect. Never met Jonah Bey, but I know of Jonah Bey. And I give Mr. Jonah Bey his respect. Pay attention, people. These are people who have been around. They get more respect than others because they've been around longer. Okay? Yusuf L and Jonah Bey, I don't know when they got started. I know that they were doing videos at the same time I was. I called us the junior gurus at the time. And the thing about it, I called myself the last of the gurus. Why? Because out of all the people out there pushing information, Doug Riddle, give a lot of credit to Mr. Doug Riddle. He helped a whole lot of people. Tim Turner. Tim Turner literally don't care what opinion you have of Tim Turner. I respect Tim Turner because he was trying to help people. Rod Class, the great Rod Class. If you don't understand who Rod Class is and how outstanding of an individual Rod Class was with his knowledge and his information and how he tried to help people, proving that the DMV was a private corporation. Rod Class. Then we have Winston Strout. I don't care what you say about Winston. Winston knew what he was talking about because if he didn't know what he was talking about, they wouldn't have went after him the way that they did. Okay? Just the way it is, people. Now, I'm not going to be able to name everybody. Jerry Kane, y'all know I respects me some Jerry Kane. I like Jerry a lot. Okay, Jerry was all right in my book. And the fact that I knew people who knew him personally. Okay, Jerry Kane was all right. And murdering him, that's what that was. That was a murder. That was a murder. And nothing ever happened. Nobody ever got in trouble for it. Well, they did get in trouble. You just didn't see it. You see, everybody reaps what they sow no matter who they are. Me, you, every one of us. We always suffer consequences for our actions. That's why I try not to do anything stupid anymore because I don't need to suffer any more consequences for any action. So when people talk about I'm scamming people or getting over on people, how can I scam people and say I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses? He doesn't tolerate that. Do you not know that I would not have any success? So let me tell you something, those of you who are ignorant enough to believe that stuff. I have no bills. I have not had a single bill since probably 2012. I have no debts. Nobody is coming at me talking about, you owe me $185 billion. None. I have debts that I owe friends because I made certain promises to them and I'm trying to carry that out. So I'm trying to pay those, but I have no debts with any creditor whatsoever. I have no bills, people. I don't have to go to my mailbox waiting for to pay this bill or pay that bill. Yeah, I have a cell phone bill. My cell phone bill is paid up until probably next year. And I'm not joking. I didn't do any special paperwork or anything like that. Stop it. Okay, it's the way I live. So, for the rest of you, If you want help, if you want to stay out of debt, then just keep paying attention. That's what we're focusing on now. We're going to talk about taxes. We're going to talk about money, what is not. We're going to talk about trust, how to protect your assets. That's what I'm focusing on. If you notice, there's been more focus on things like this since the beginning of the year. Because guess what? Nobody else is talking about it. Might as well be me. All right, hey, I got to go eat. I got to go relax. This will be my second time eating today. Yay! It's been a long day. All right, take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay out of trouble and just keep paying attention. I promise you, it will pay off in the long run. Take care. Arrivederci. Sayonara. Adios. Goodbye.